power of the dark side.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Star Wars Unlimited, your source for everything Star Wars. So, want to wish everyone a good day and go ahead and get to some more news that we have for Star Wars. And as you know, Star Wars fans, we can't get enough of Star Wars. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. So, one of the biggest questions is that what Rise of Skywalker didn't answer was, how did the Emperor come back? Now, we know from episode 3 when the Emperor sat down with Anakin and he told him that the path of the dark side has many abilities that people see to be unnatural. And that's the greatest thing about the dark side, right? If you're a Star Wars fan, that is the greatest thing about Star Wars, is that there are so many possibilities. But Rise of Skywalker didn't answer it for us. So as fans, we're left to wonder, like, okay, wait a minute, how did this happen? Reports where Lucas didn't want Palpatine to come back. And for some of us, it was, yeah, we didn't want to see it come back. But it's always good to see a good old Emperor up there, and seeing Ian reprise a role is just amazing. So we were left to wonder, like, how the heck did this happen? Like, how does the Emperor back? So in an interview, Movie Web reported that the Rise of Skywalker, the Vision Dictionary, goes into detail about how he was able to come back, and how was it that no one in the New Republic even noticed it. So the hooded phantasms-like figures that you see on Exegol are known as the Sith Eternal. Okay? They were the ones that went about bringing back the Emperor for after we see him in Return of the Jedi. This was done using a combination of technology and the occult, a necessary action given the way he perished at the end of the film. The Star Destroyers seen in the film are reportedly called, and guys, I'm gonna mess this up. So, the Zyston class. So if I'll learn that, I'll learn the pronoun. It's XYSTON. Zyston class. We'll just go with that for right now, right? So versions of the iconic ship, of course, that we know as the Star Destroyers, with the Sith Eternal using their influence across the galaxy to smuggle in parts and ships to construct this evil fleet. Also worth noting that the book reveals that the crews of the ships, all seen, that are fully staffed in every ship. So if you've seen Rise of the Skywalkers, all those Star Destroyers are fully manned, right? They have these entire crews. They're all made up of the children of the Sith Eternal, which includes the red-cladded Sith Troopers. Worth repeating, all this information will be found, were not found in the movie, but can now be found in the book that's coming out, I believe, in March, of Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. So it's going to have a lot of details in there for us as to how this happened. So a lot of the stuff that was mentioned, like, we wanted to know, how did Palpatine come back? Who were the people that were all surrounded there? Of course, we're finding out that they are the Sith Eternal, and I guess you could say, like, groupies. They're Sith groupies. And for a lot of fans that are wondering, like, about the Sith, one thing to keep in mind, that the Old Republic, and this is probably something that Disney and Lucasfilm don't want to touch on, but maybe they do, which can lead me into a whole other discussion. So I'm just going to touch light on it, so that way I can give you some food for thought. And if you guys want to talk about it or comment on it, we definitely can. So just touching lightly on it, the Sith were a race, right? Or it was a race of people. Now, when they were on Korriban, yes, Disney and Lucasfilm, the planet is Korriban, not Danoban or or what they ever try to change it. Please change that back. It is Korriban, the homeworld of the Sith. I know that in the movie Rise of Skywalker, they try to say Exegol in the Outer Rim was the home of the Sith, and that's why you see statues. And of course, when we get once it comes out on video, we can try to check it out and see and pause and see what statues are in there. But please, please, Disney, Lucasfilm, please make Korriban canon. Please change the name back. So the Sith were erased from Korriban, and the way it happened was the Sith were, of course, studying their religion, which we come to know as the dark side. When it was reported that Mandalorians went there and pretty much started a fight, Jedi came in, and the world of Korriban was taken away from the Sith. That's why when you watch the trailer for the Old Republic, and you see Darth Malgus look at his master and say "Welcome home" before he executes him. His if you look carefully at his master, he's a Sith. That is a Sith race, and to come back and take back the world of Korriban, they went and did their teachings to others, so that were not of the Sith race. So when we see the groupies of the Sith, like how they're talking about the Sith internal, keep in mind that Sith were a race. Okay, that cannot be undone when we start seeing some of the Old Republic being canon. The very first part of the Old Republic being canon is the Hammerhead ship that we saw in Rogue One, that comes in and hits the other ship. That's a Hammerhead. Those were the Star Destroyers of the Old Republic, right? So that was the first time it became canon. The next time was in the Vision Dictionary, when we see about Revan, and Revan being canon, which is amazing. Yes, I am a huge Revan fan. I wanted to name my son Revan, but we named him Jedi. So Jedi was Revan was a fallen Jedi, right? So I'll take that. So Revan is absolutely my favorite character. The Old Republic is definitely my favorite period, and like I said, it's the best of what's a Renaissance period for Star Wars, and I just love that period. I love how the Sith were, and the funny thing is that in The Last Jedi, I believe Rian Johnson said that the Jedi were naive, and they were what I'm trying to remember at the top of my head. Were the reason why the Jedi were basically taken out because of their arrogance, right? It's the same thing that happened in the Old Republic. It was history repeating itself. And the Sith came, and that's where you hear in these cool trailers, now, we have returned. It's just beautiful. So I want to go ahead and leave you with this. This book is going to have a lot of information. It's going to have a lot of details of the Sith internal. It's going to have information for Palpatine coming back, which I'm so excited for. The Star Wars books are just amazing. If you want a few books to even just check out, go to the Old Republic, check out Revan, check out Deceived, Betrayal. Oh my goodness, some great books out there by some wonderful writers. Bloodlines, which was where people in the New Republic find out that with Princess Leia that her real dad was Darth Vader. It was so cool. Check out those books. This book I'm looking looking forward to it very much, to start being alone and building out this world and seeing what we're getting. But I want to leave you with this also. If the Sith were a race, which they were red, their whole bodies were red. If you have Baby Yoda, which is called the kid in The Mandalorian, and Jon Favreau doing his homework, could Yoda's race be the race of the Jedi? And that is a question that I've been asking since every one of Yoda's race that we've seen have had a Force ability. So could this be now Lucasfilm and Disney being able to say that Jedi was a race also? Sith were a race. And if Disney tries to come back and tell us that fans of the expanded universe and the fans of the Old Republic, that's just bad news if they try to do that. Don't do that, Disney. Do not do that. Sith were a race. Now, are Jedi a race? And that is the race of Yoda. That's a question that is going to be coming up, something to think about that I want to leave you guys with. But go ahead and whatever your thoughts, comments, please leave them below. And please don't forget to subscribe. And we'll talk to you later and then bring you some more Star Wars news. Have a good day, guys.
The Force will be with you always.